Hi, page 3, take 10. Because I have been trying to record this one a couple of times. All right, so page 3, it says, what do you feel fully manifested in the 44-day time frame? So I find I like to write my manifestations everywhere. I hope I'm not upside down because this video's been crazy. So I like to add my manifestations everywhere because I feel like um the last couple of years, because I asked spirit, I said, hey, I'm a very optimistic person. I'm an optimist. I wake up always in a fresh day. I'm always in a great mood. But these past is it started, I'm going to say it started in 2020. I could blame it on COVID, but it has nothing to do with COVID because I also saw this energy in 2019. But even in 2019, I was very optimistic. I would have my days where I was off, and then I would go outside and go on a nature walk, and it would just revamp. And then I would be great for like a week, 2 weeks, sometimes a month, And sometimes Mercury retrograde will come, or little energies or eclipses would come, and you're like, oh shit, what's going on? But then you come right back to it. But I noticed that, especially right after 2021, that it's kind of more work towards staying optimistic, more work towards trying to stay positive. And even for me, that I'm, like I said, I'm an optimist, it's been like a lot of work. So I like something that I find that helps me, and I'm sharing this with you, is that writing down what has manifested and being able to go back to it and read it and be like, oh wow, that really did happen. Oh wow, I did go on a extended vacation with my family a couple of weeks ago. Or, oh wow, I am planning to go on another vacation a couple of weeks from now. Oh wow, I did manifest a $10,000 client. I did create a Kickstarter that is everybody's excited about, that they're messaging me, hey Daisy, I am going to get into it. So it's like there's like a lot of things. So when I feel like down because something happened or something's going on outside of myself around me, I'm able to go back to these little moments and these little things that I write and be like, that makes me feel good. So in this page, I'm not sharing with you because I had to revamp the whole page. So the first thing is, what did you fully manifest? What do you feel fully manifested in the 44-day time frame? And then it says, what has not yet come to fruition? Explain how that makes you feel. And the reason why I ask that is because sometimes, and especially like I have worked with a couple of people that want these big bang manifestations. I want to have $1 billion, but they're not even making $5,000 a month. Or I want to be a TV talk show host, but they don't even have a podcast. So it's like, sometimes a lot of people don't understand that we have to start somewhere. Like I explained, when I wanted to be a writer, I'm like, I want to be a writer. I want to be a writer. I hadn't written anything. So it's like Spirit's like, Daisy, you gotta write first. If you want to be a writer, you gotta write. So it's like being where we are, seeing what has manifested, and then looking at, okay, this hasn't fully happened. What can I do? And then you ask the questions. I will literally ask, okay, I manifested all this. I'm super happy. I'm super grateful. This is awesome. This happened. I got confirmation. I got this confirmation. I got that confirmation. So I'm able to come back, because you're going to forget half the stuff that you write, right? And you're able to come back and be like, oh my God, that was so awesome. Oh my God, that was so awesome. And then I go, okay, so what didn't come? Well, this didn't fully manifest. And then, well, how does that make you feel? Well, and then you go into, maybe that didn't make me so happy because I really wanted this, or maybe it changed, because that's another thing that happens too. Sometimes we're asking for this, and then when we get halfway through, we notice that there's something bigger. Then that has happened to me a couple of times. Not so much in this one, because this one is more, you guys know, is more about my savings and wanting to recreate that. And what I have learned is like, so many other doors have opened, so many amazing things that are coming into play. I still don't have 44 days, 45 now. I still don't have the 15 grand put away, but I do have, this person says they're going to do this, that person's going to do that. I have new kind of outlets coming in. Then I have new ideas. I'm doing my Kickstarter. I'm writing a new tarot book. So there's like a lot of things that could turn that, around in 5 minutes, Um, so it's being very open to the circumstances that could unfold for you. And it's just like those little things are magical. Just witnessing the little things and seeing how I was so close-minded about I wanted to do it this way. And I think a lot of people are like, you don't look like you control stuff, because I do go with the flow, but I also am the type of person that I get stubborn in a certain way. I feel like we all do that. We get very, I'm a a creature of comfort, so I get very like comfortable in doing this way, that I don't want to try doing it that way. I don't want to try, so that's why it's so hard for me to kind of like make drastic changes. That's why it took me almost 2 years to get out of the rituals, and even then I still will revamp and relook, and I'm annoying. So express your feelings towards that. And then I write let's go into here. I said explain how that makes you feel, then what can you start to do to change that? Okay, so for me, I have to be more open, be more aware to when spirit is guiding me to make these changes, and then they're showing me how to take action towards making these changes. Like they'll tell me do this today, and then I'm a week later and I still haven't done it, because oh my god, I have to do this for somebody, or I have to do that for somebody. And that's why they're like, Daisy, you need to put yourself first, because you're complaining that you don't have this, but you need to do this first. If you have fully manifested, what's next? And this is awesome, because I do have, out of our 6 participants, one of you fully manifested. And I was like, wow, that's freaking awesome. So sometimes we get that we fully manifest what we came here to do. And then the question is, okay, what's next? Am I now super excited? Because think about how excited, like I'm excited and I haven't fully manifested. Sorry, cinnamon. So I'm excited and I haven't fully manifested. So think about once you fully manifest, what's next? Then you're like, whoa, I could do so much. I have so many ideas. Helen Hadsel, which I talk about her a lot in this class, she says, because they asked her, if you wouldn't not have won that initial prize, what would have happened? And then she stopped and thought about it, and she says, I would have just kept going. I would have just tried again, because she says that she felt so good and so like into it that there was no way for her not to manifest. She's the one that talked about that her husband needed a motorboat because his had broken, and she really, like, he loved that. Was like, he was very hardworking man, supported a huge family, so that was like his relaxed time, and she wanted to make sure her husband had that. So she put all her energy, all her manifesting abilities into manifesting that motorboat, and she got it. And then it got to the point that since she manifested, she was so sure that she could name it and claim whatever she desired. And it's really, really cool when you get into that vibration, like Esther Hicks through Abraham Hicks shares, when you're in that manifesting vortex, you don't allow the outside noise, which is something that we talked about, being careful, that I shared with you in yesterday's video, being careful allowing, because you're going to have people that are very, very close to you that you absolutely love and cherish and you live with or whatever, that are going to bring dark Lala energy into your life. And sometimes they don't do it on purpose, sometimes they're just going through stuff and they're sharing, but it's fine. Like, and I want you to like balance it out, because it's something when somebody calls you and they're your really great friend, they're like, hey Daisy, I'm going through this, I don't know what to do. And then me being me, I'm be able to like, you know what, try this, let's pray on it, let's do a meditation, let's light a candle, let's, And there's another thing, like my mom that lives and loves that drama. She loves that drama. Absolutely. Like, she's so addicted to that victim energy, that drama energy, that it consumes her. And then she wants to bring everybody else into it. She wants to tell you that your life is shit, that this is happening and the world is collapsing. And I'm like, Mom, the world has always been collapsing. No, but now it's really bad. It's really bad, Mom. Mom, it was really bad in the 1920s. It was really bad in World War II, in the Grand Depression. And those are just things that we remember. When the dinosaurs were dying because the world was collapsing on them, it was really bad. So it's like, are you going to see the really bad, or are you going to see that I spent vacation with my grandkids and it was amazing? That I'm planning a new vacation. That I'm planning to do a dress up with my daughter in a week from now. That I'm planning to do Dapper Day with my daughter next month. Like, it's like, what are you surrounding yourself with? What are you living with? And it's super sad because it gets to the point that I feel like even Spirit's like pushing me to like go away from her. And it's like, how do you do it? Like, how do you do it? Because this is my mom, you know? And it's like, it's so hard, you know? So manifesting is about you really surrounding yourself with everything that is supposed to be in likeness of what you're trying to create. Because if you are trying to create wealth but you're surrounding yourself with people that are not wealthy, that all they do is complain about how it's not easy, how there's not enough money, how it's the government's fault, how it's his boss's fault, how it's his husband's fault, his wife's fault, partner's fault, it's you're that's what you're taking. Because as they're declaring that over themselves, they're also declaring that over you. And I kind of I understood that we pick up on other people's vibrations. I'm always sharing this, but it didn't really like set in until I heard Brian Scott talk about it through the law of assumption, you know. And then I saw, you know, as I talked to you about the Ho'oponopono, how he was trying to forgive himself for his dark energy impacted the criminal. And as he forgave himself, he was healing the criminal, the mental patient, the whatever. And it got to the point that he healed everybody in that facility, that they had to close down because there were no mental patients, no criminals. Everybody was healed. And like, that's surreal to me. So take your, like, you know, I always say take your time with all of this. And that's why I feel like you should do one each day, just to kind of, I'm going to focus on this today. You know, you don't have to. Some of them are really short. You might want to do two. But try not to rush through anything, because I find like we go through different energies, and as these things show up in your life, it's very synchronized, you know, because this could be something that you are creating for tomorrow, or an event that's coming, or an outcome that needs to be adjusted or fixed. I will see you on page 5.